Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is basically featuring this winged eyeliner, and I've paired it with a really easy neutral eyeshadow look, or matte eyeshadows, and it's inspired by Raina Ray Beauty here on YouTube. She created something like this last week, and I loved what she did, and I wanted to recreate it. So I'm starting with using some micropore tape just as a guide for the wing for my eyeliner. And the reason I'm using tape, which I don't normally do, is just to show you how easy it is to create a wing with the tape and to make it even on both sides, which I know a lot of people struggle with. Once you've got the tape on, just check that it's even and then you're good to go. So I'm starting with a eyeshadow base, and this is the no, this is not MAC, this is the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Creme de Nude. I'm just applying a thin layer of this over my entire eyelid and blending it out with a synthetic brush, and this brush is by Real Techniques. Love this base. It's a dupe for the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot, applies easily and evenly and lasts really long. I can't say all day because I've never worn eyeshadow all day, but definitely lasts very long time. Now for my first transition color, I'm using Chickadee, and this is by Makeup Geek. I'm using a fluffier brush to apply this first color. I'm going into my crease and above my crease, and I'm starting with the color more prominent on the outer corner and then blending it inwards. So once I've deposited the bulk of color, I'm then blending the color inwards so you don't get too much color on the inner corner. And I'm making sure it's blended out really well on the upper edge. And then I'm going to add this blush by Sleek, and this is Molten from the Blush by 3 palette in Flame. And I'm using the same brush, but I'm being a little bit more precise on where I apply it. So this is going more into the crease rather than into the crease and above as I did with Chickadee. So this is more in the crease, and I'm building the color up. So again, depositing most of the color on the outer corner and then blending it inwards. I am pulling the color slightly outwards as well towards the wing, so it's just, this is all adding to the winged shape of the makeup that I'm looking for. And then going in with Cocoa Bear, another eyeshadow by Makeup Geek, and now I'm using a pencil brush to apply this, and this is going right into the crease and along the wing. And exactly the same technique, I'm applying the bulk of the color on the outer corner and then blending it inwards, and when there's virtually nothing left on the brush, which right now this is what I'm doing, I'm blending out the outer edge just so that there are no harsh lines. And then going in with that first fluffy brush with no extra color, I'm just blending all of that in together. And now going in with a darker color, and this is Mocca, again by Makeup Geek. Now this is going only in the outer corner, not so much into the crease, but in the outer corner and along the wing, along the edge of the wing. So I'm going to be building this color up. Now, a lot of people make the mistake of loading the brush up with so much product and then trying to blend it out. It takes longer when you build it up, but it's better. You get a more seamless effect, and there's less chances of making a mistake. It's very hard to rectify mistakes when you're using dark colors. I'm next going in with Peach Smoothie, and this is going to be my all over shadow. I'm applying this with a flat shader brush, and I think this is the MAC 239 brush. This color appears really vibrant because of the base underneath, and I definitely recommend using a base when using matte eyeshadows. At least for me, they fade really quickly and they're not very vibrant if I don't use a base underneath, but with a base they last long and they apply really well. I'm going in with the first pencil brush that I used just to blend in Mocca with Peach Smoothie. And next, this is the eyeliner. I'm using the Uemura gel liner in black on a Zoeva wing liner brush. I'm just applying a very thin line along my upper lash line, and I'm taking my time doing this. I always start with a thin line, and this is literally hugging my lashes because I find it easier to do it this way, and then I can build it up. I'm using the tape as a guide to create my wing. I don't really have to think about how to do it because the tape is there to do it for me. I'm then connecting the outer edge of that wing with the rest of the liner, and I'm filling in any gaps, which I did right there. Then here I'm just making sure that the gap between the upper lid and the lower lid is also connected on the outer corner. I create my wing from my lower lash line. Some people use their upper lash line and create a wing that way. I personally find it more flattering to do it from the lower lash line. Now you can definitely go thicker with this because I have hooded eyes. I don't like going too thick with my wing liner. But if you have a lot of lid space, you can go to town with this. You can make it as thick as you want it. So I'm just doing the same on the other side. I have sped it up a bit. I'm first creating that thin wing line thing. Let me start again. I'm first creating that thin liner along the lash line from inner corner to outer corner, and then going in to do the wing, and again using the tape as a guide. Now my brush was a little bit dry here, so it's dragging a little bit, so I've just applied more product. And once you've got enough product on the brush, it's really easy and it applies really smoothly. You can use liquid liner. I just find it a lot easier to use gel. Also, I prefer the finish of gel liner. As much as I like the Maybelline matte liquid liner, I still prefer a gel liner, especially when the wing and the liner is the main feature of the eye look. Now, unfortunately, I made this side a bit thicker, so I'm going to continue with the wing as it is, but I will have to even it out on the other side. So definitely start out thin. If you do make a mistake, you can go thicker, and especially if you have hooded eyes like mine and you don't have so much lid space, then if you go in really thick and you make a mistake and you have to keep adding more to even out the two lines, you'll end up covering your entire lid. And just go back and forth and make sure they're equal. Now unfortunately I was completely out of frame when I did this, but I've included this little bit that wasn't out of frame, and I've just lined the lower lash line with the same gel liner. And then here I'm going in with the same gel liner again on the same brush and just lining my upper waterline. I think this is a really important step to do, especially again when your liner is the feature of the look. You want to make sure that you've lined your upper waterline as well, because it makes your lashes look thicker and it hides any gaps between the lashes, your mascara, when you apply mascara, but your lashes and your eyeliner. Because sometimes you can see a bit of skin coming through, so when you do your upper waterline, it gets covered and you've got a really nice thick black line. Especially if you do like thick liner and you've got hooded eyes, making sure your waterline is done makes the liner look thicker than it is. And then where I removed the tape, I took off some of the concealer with it, so I'm just reapplying the same concealer in that area. I'm just using my fingers to pat it in. And the concealer that I used was the it was the LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shades Warm Honey and Pure Beige. I'd already done my face makeup before I started. I forgot to mention that, but I'm trying out a new foundation by Inglot. I'm not going to say much about it. It's the first time I used it. And I've done my concealer. Well, I had done my corrector and concealer. I'm just touching it up. I contoured and done my eyebrows as well. Next, I'm just curling my lashes. This is the e.l.f. eyelash curler, and then going to apply some mascara. I'm using the Bourjois Volume Clubbing Ultra Black Mascara. Love this mascara. I would definitely use false lashes in this. I don't have any with me at the moment, but I would use false lashes. And really for a look like this, I would actually use individual lashes and place them more on the longer ones on the outer corners, just to emphasize the cat eye shape, the winged shape. To blend out that black on the lower lash line, I'm using Cocoa Bear along the liner, and I'm going to take it all the way in. This just softens up the look and makes the black less harsh. You can definitely line your waterline, your lower waterline as well, all the way in. I prefer just to do it halfway. And then using the pencil brush, I have cleaned it off with Cocoa Bear and I'm just softening that further. For blush, I'm using the same blush that I first used on my eyes, which is Molten, and applying that on my cheeks with a Real Techniques multitask brush. Now here I found that the outer corners of the eyes just weren't dark enough, so I've gone back in with a little bit of Mocca on the pencil brush and just reapplied that. When you look at the two eyes, they look different, but I think that's just the way the light is hitting my face. They are actually even in colour in person. Here I'm just setting the concealer with the Makeup Revolution Ultra Contour palette in the shade, well, the yellow shade, the banana shade. And I'm using an e.l.f. blush brush to apply this. Then for my highlight, I'm using the Makeup Academy Undress Your Skin highlighter in Iridescent Gold, and I'm using a Real Techniques cheek brush. This is from the NYX Pick set. It was a limited edition, but I think you can still buy these sets off Amazon or eBay. I'm applying the product on my cheekbones, on my brow bone, above my eyebrows, on the bridge of my nose, and a little bit on my Cupid's bow. I did apply a little bit on my chin, which you can't really see, but there's a little bit on my chin. I've gone back in with a little bit more of the blush, just to blend in the blush with the highlighter. And using the same brush for the same blush brush I used earlier. So I decided to pair this look with a brown lip, and to start off I'm using a brown liner, just to line my lips and to fill them in. Now, I didn't show you this pencil, but it's a fake MAC pencil. I can't remember who gave this to me, but it's definitely not original. But I'm just using it to line my lips. I've not had any reactions or anything like that with it, so I guess it's fine for me to use. But I would never recommend fake products. But for lipstick, I'm going in with Revlon's Hazelnut. And this is a satin lipstick, so it gives a really nice sheen. I generally prefer matte lips, but for this look in particular I wanted something with a sheen because the eyes are matte and everything else is quite basic. For the inner corner highlight, again I've gone in with a matte eyeshadow. I'm using the same eyeshadow I used all over the lid, which is Peach Smoothie by Makeup Geek. And this is just going to brighten up the inner corners. And that's the final look complete, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you have any requests, then again, put them down in the comments below and I'll definitely film the video for you. I didn't show my face makeup in this, but if you do like to see that in my videos, then again, let me know and I'll film that in next time. But thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all next week. Bye!